Hi, I'm Andi Beckman, and I am the PR and Marketing Director for Westwin Elements. This is AJ Ahrens, our Vice President of Project Management, and we are here at the Westwin Elements demonstration plant as we are finishing up construction. And we have AJ here to tell us a little bit about what we see and just to give us a few highlights so far of how things are going.
Hi, so we're in the end stages of construction here, kind of finishing up out here. We broke ground on December 12th, and we are set to be mechanically complete a little over 8 months from that date. I'd like to mention while we're out here in front of the building, these makeup air units that you see behind me. These units are oversized for a building of this size typically, and that's so that we can provide this building, this process area, with 8 air exchanges per hour. There is a lot of ventilation flowing through this building and pushing air out towards the north side of the building. And that'll be important later on. The way we're able to accomplish this is by partnering with state-of-the-art industrial contractors with the best safety and quality ratings around.
Thank you, AJ. Next, we're gonna go meet David inside, and he's gonna tell us a little bit more about the interior of the demonstration plant. Okay, so here we are located inside the demonstration plant in the area that we call the process area, which is located right outside of the control room. I'm here with David Rowley, who is our operations manager. And David, if you could please tell us a little bit about where we're standing.
Yes, thank you, Andi.
Yeah.
In the process area here, we have our extraction vessel where we add our feed, introduce some CO, add heat and pressure, bring the nickel out of our feed in a vapor. From there, we condense it to a liquid. It goes to another area where we then purify the nickel, and we send it to our decomposer as a vapor where we make our pure nickel powder.
So what goes on inside the control room?
The control room, we control the whole process can pretty much be controlled from the control room safely in a pressurized area. There's windows where you can see the whole process area from in there.
All right, so now we're gonna go talk to Dimitri. All right, here we are in the lower floor of the process area with Dimitri. Dimitri, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we see behind us?
It's another view on the process area. We have our reactor. We're extracting our nickel. We have purification, where we purify nickel to a very high purity, and we have a vessel where we're making ultra pure nickel powder. And on the left, we have laboratory where we analyze our powder. Let me talk about safety of this area. We have a special ventilation that brings about 8 volume exchange per hour of air. So it's any contamination of air will go and will be decomposed in thermooxidizer, as you will see outside. So our design is to have this continuous process, and this will be the safest area in this plant because this will be positive airflow in the plant. Our technical team has about 250 years experience safety operating of similar plants on commercial scale. We're implementing experience we got in Germany, in UK, in Canada to put the safest practice in the US plant.
Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit more about what happens in the lab?
In the lab, we have a state-of-art monitoring system that can analyze nickel carbonyl on a level of parts per billion. To give you some example, in cigarette smoke, we have about 40 parts per billion of nickel carbonyl. So if somebody gonna smoke in this area, it's gonna set up alarms and shut down the plant. This is how a high level of safety we have. Also, it will have analytical equipment to analyze ultra pure powder and be sure that our products are coming with consistent purity and qualities.
So that wraps the tour of the inside of the plant. Let's head outside and talk to AJ, and we'll conclude our tour there. So here we are with AJ again, and he's here to talk about the process equipment located outside of the demonstration plant. AJ?
Yes, thanks, Andi. So I'd like to direct your attention to this large stack behind me. That's our thermal oxidizer. We've mentioned a few times over the course of this tour the 8 air exchanges per hour, all of the air that's getting pushed through that building. We have the ability to push all of the air in that building through this thermal oxidizer. What that does is it incinerates the air and it neutralizes any sort of harmful elements within it. So we have a sampling system that's able to detect any sort of leaks. In the event of a leak, all that air gets routed through the thermal oxidizer to be neutralized so that it's safe not only for our operators but also for the surrounding community. We take safety very seriously at Westwin, and this facility has been designed with that in mind. I'd also like to mention the emergency generator that's to our right out here. So in the event of any sort of weather event or disaster or power outage that restricts outside power from entering the facility, we have a UPS system that keeps all of our internal systems online, on power, until that emergency generator kicks in. And that emergency generator has the ability to power the entire site for as long as we need it to in order to bring everything down to a safe and stable posture.
Now, can you speak a little bit to our plans for expansion and future progress?
Certainly. So on the north side of this fence in front of us, there's a full quarter section available, and then on the other side of 112th Avenue, there's 2 quarter sections. So we're talking about 480 acres of land that's available for future development, and we're currently in a prime position to take advantage of that.
Awesome, and a lot of room to grow there. So that concludes our virtual tour for today. We want to say thank you for your support and interest in Westwin Elements, and we look forward to refining the future together. Thank you so much.